The shape keys don't work too well as they are now. Select the body object and select the basis shape key in the Object Data tab. Make sure the pin is unchecked and also make sure your body object is named body or this will not work. Click the scripting tab at the top again and copy-paste the After Cats Shape Keys script into Blender's scripting window and then run the script. Go back into the Layout tab and you'll find new shape keys that start with a KK at the bottom of the list that actually seem to work. Once you're done playing around with the shape keys, make sure you're in Object Mode and select the body object. Press Tab to go into Edit Mode and then Alt-A to deselect everything. Select the Shadow Cast Mesh by clicking on the Material in the Materials tab and choosing Select. Press P, separate by selection, and get out of Edit Mode by pressing Tab. Now select the new Shadowcast object, rename it to whatever you want by pressing F2, and then banish it to a new collection by pressing M. I'm just going to disable the Shadowcast collection for now. Now you can use Outline Helper to create an inverted hole outline. Select the body object and then click the Add Outline button. Change the offset in the Modifiers tab to 0 and make the thickness a very low value. If you don't want the mouth or eyes to have an outline, you can remove it by going into the Object Data tab. Find the Mouth Move Vertex group, press Tab to go into Edit Mode, select the Mouth Move Vertex group, and then remove it from the Outline Vertex group. Do the same for the IRZL and IRZR vertex groups too. This outline tanks my performance, so I remove it for real-time renders by clicking on the screen here. Now's a good time to separate some things. Click the body, go into Edit Mode, select all the hair using the Materials tab, and put that into a separate object by pressing P like before. Do the same thing for the clothes and the underwear. Now click on the body object and add a data transfer modifier to only the body object. Make sure this one is under the Armature modifier. Choose the Shadowcast object from before as the source object, enable face corner data, choose Project Face Interpolated for the mapping, and make sure to enable custom normals. This also tanks my performance, so I remove it for real-time renders. Now for some Armature modifications. Make the Armature visible again by clicking on the eye in the outliner. You can press Ctrl Tab to go into pose mode and move things around, but there's so many bones that it's hard to see anything. You can hide the non-essential bones by selecting the Armature, going into the Scripting tab, and running the After Cats Tidy Up script. This slims everything down to about 100 bones. The scripting magic doesn't end there. Run the After Cats Drivers script to create IK modifiers for the Armature, activate the joint correction bones, and create an eye controller that allows you to control the eyes. Just make sure the body object is named body, or this script won't work. The joint correction bones can be edited in the drivers window. Here's what the mesh looks like with and without the joint correction bones. At this point, you may be asking yourself where the bones for the hair and all your other accessories are. If you select the Armature and go into Edit Mode, you can see all the bones. This string of bones in the back looks like it's for the hair, so I can click on one of the bones to get its name on the top left. It looks like the bones in this string all start with a hair B, so I can go into Pose Mode, and then go into the outliner to make all these bones visible. If you don't see the screen here, make sure it's enabled in this drop-down menu. I'm going to do the same thing for the side hair. The side hair ones look like they start with a joint 2, so I'm going to show those in the outliner. The front hair ones only had numbers for their names, but the process was the same. Now there's a lot of bones in the same spot, so it would be a good time to categorize and color them. You can assign bones to a bone group to make them a certain color. This makes it easier to pick out certain groups of bones. I like to make groups for the front hair, the back hair, the IKs, the poles, the spine bones, and the skirt. I also like to make the skirt and hair bones smaller by selecting them in pose mode, swapping to edit mode, and then scaling them down to a quarter size by pressing S. If you decide to do this as well, make sure you're set to individual origins for your transform pivot point.